Hello. I've taken a moment to try and make my hair go a direction in between shots. It didn't work. I might have undone all the work that I put into that, which is not very much, so don't worry. I know you were concerned. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you if you have supported my channel anyway in the last week when I launched it. I made a bunch of pre-made videos like over the summer because this is something I really want to do for a long time, but then I got really distracted, as I am right now, by my hair on my forehead. I need a haircut, as do we all, I guess. I got to the end of those 5 videos uploaded on Friday and I was like, this is great. Now I'm gonna start working on my next video. And then I was like, because I'd filmed a video earlier in the week. I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to keep this chugging along. And then I realized I did not like that video. So I decided I really needed to take a step back and be like, why did I want to start this channel again? Like, what were my goals besides internet fame? ? Attention? ? You know, the normal reasons that people start YouTube channels. Pretty much I came up with those reasons, but honestly the ultimate reason is I also want to work on building towards working independently as an artist. And I want to, even if it's this YouTube channel isn't the avenue, I just like want to try a bunch of different things. But then when I was reflecting on that, I decided that the best way that I could kind of use this channel going through is to chronicle my journey towards being a more professional artist and doing more of what I want to do. So the thing that I've really honestly wanted to do right now is I have a few creative projects that I really want to work on. And so I think the best thing to do going forward on this YouTube channel is to chronicle my attempts at that. I do have ideas for like other videos, like I have a commission that I'm really excited about that I definitely want to take a video of. I'm probably gonna get a new desk, so I'll be taking videos of things like that. But really, I think my next big project that I want to kind of integrate my YouTube channel with is I want to make an Animal Crossing planner. The reason I want to do this is I think it would be cute and I'm really excited about it. That's like reason number 1, but it also really integrates past projects that I've worked on, my current passions, where I kind of want to go, because I'm a graphic designer. I've worked on print projects before like this. Like I've designed a few literary journals and I've worked at a printing company very briefly. To that end, I just want to make a video of my process about it. Maybe that could be helpful for someone who also wants to do a project like this so they can see the stuff that I did. I think I'm just trying to be candid here and kind of what I'm trying to do, and then I want to promote this planner with this video series, and I also want to just kind of overgo my process in making it. So if someone else wants to do something similar, they'll have some kind of resource to turn to, maybe, even if it's just like, you messed up a lot. I don't want to do that. You'll know after you watch these videos why I messed up. So, future whoever person is watching this, you are welcome. I'm glad to be of service. This sweater is really wrinkly. I don't know if it's super obvious. I'm just like, it's fine. Okay, so read this planner. My my vision for it is, I think I want it to be like A5 sized. I have an idea of how the pages will be laid out. This is it's really bright. I'll edit it and hopefully you'll be able to see that. Ooh, it's so shiny. So basically I went through and I sketched out all of the pages and spreads that I would have. I think I am going to edit this slightly because I think I might want it to be, I was thinking I would have illustrations between each of the months, and I think now I want them to just be 1 page. I was thinking 2 before, but then I was like, that's gonna look awkward and weird, so it'll just be 1 page. I figured out the number of pages that I would need doing that, and then I decided on this paper size. I'm probably gonna go with an A5. I might go with like an A4. I'm gonna like do a little bit more research and decision making on that, but I think that's a pretty good size, and I would rather start bigger than smaller because then I can scale it down. And then I went onto Print Ninja and I put in all of those specs, page numbers, and then what I figured the page weight would be and the cover, and that kind of gave me a quote with shipping, which was around, with shipping, it was a little, I want to say it was like 4.5K, which is expensive. It's a lot. But I think if I got enough pre-orders, that's something I could do. It would just be getting people to see it. Because I have like a web following of about 30 people. I'm just gonna try and chronicle my journey in making the planner and also figuring out how to advertise it and get people's attention, which I think is like a big thing that a lot of people who are artists on social media, like they really want to know more how to like get people to find their art. So maybe I will find out something useful as I go through this journey with you. Today, I wanted to show you just the research I've done so far, which was what I just talked through with you. And then I wanted to start on my first illustration for the project. So I've already had written out what I want all of the different months to kind of be. They might be a little flexible, but I feel pretty good about them. And I've started making a few sketches of what I think possible illustrations would look like. And so I'm just gonna go through and start working on them because I feel like I have a bad habit of just like really dithering about a project, if that makes sense. Like I just really overthink like everything and then I never start, and I really don't want to do that for this project. So I have a pretty definite idea of what I want to do for that. The other ones I still want to sketch a little bit more, so I think that'll be a good starting point. So what else? I'm gonna work on that. My timeline for this project, I think that'll be good to just say, so I have some kind of accountability as I've told it to the internet, is I want to get all of these illustrations finished by the end of September, or at least they're mostly finished, and I have the journal all laid out by then as well. And then I can fundraise for the month of October, place the order in November, and then have it sent out by like the beginning of December, which is pretty tight. It might need to be a little bit more flexible, but that's my goal right now. We're gonna see if I can make that happen. I'm trying to think, oh, what else? I think I can just start doing the art portion, which I guess is like, if you're following, this is maybe kind of the reason why you follow me. Also, this is my face. Welcome. Never before seen on the internet. No filter. Probably some filters. I'm gonna put something on Adobe Premiere probably because my webcam quality is bad. It's fine. Okay. I'm gonna start doing something now, I guess. Okay, hello. That intro was just really so long for basically no reason. So if you sat through that, thank you so much. If you didn't, completely understandable. Welcome back to the video. Right now, I'm just working on the April image for my planner, like I mentioned. What I have on the left side of the screen is an app called vizref, which I think is really useful because you can just paste your images in there and just have basically like an infinite canvas for you to store all your reference images. So I just gathered some images from the game. I gathered some clothes that I felt like suited the scene, and I also used Kabuki the villager because I feel like he kind of fits with the aesthetic of the cherry blossom scenes in Animal Crossing. And I'm just kind of going over it in Procreate. I actually sketched them out initially in Adobe Fresco, which I've been using a little bit more, mainly because they have vector brushes, and that's been really useful for my graphic design stuff, but they don't have CMYK, which I thought was really strange. So I'm back to Procreate. I still really like Procreate, so totally fine with that. And I'm just trying to manage my layers a little bit better than I normally do in Procreate. Normally I just paint all on one layer and I just have huge regrets later on. So trying to curve that a little bit and working from the back to the front. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Sorry about my head always being in shot. I feel like nobody else has this problem but me with their head constantly being in the shot. That's probably not true. That's how I feel when I watch other videos and I'm just always hunching over my art like a little crone. But yeah, so I also did a little bit more research into different ways I could print the planner other than just kind of Googling printing books, question mark, into Google, and I did find a lot of cheaper resources than Print Ninja. And from what I understand from my research, Print Ninja is a very high quality printing source, a lot of great options, but their unit, you have to have a very high unit before they will take your order basically. And I don't think I'm very likely to get that many orders, so probably one of those cheaper options is better for me. I looked at BookBaby and SmartPrint and DocuCopy, I think were the websites I looked at. I'll link those in the description, but they let you start at a unit of 1, so kind of regardless of how many units I ordered, I would be able to print with one of those. Now it is more expensive at that low rate, so it's kind of not worth it to me unless I get it up to a certain number. But it did make me feel better about actually being able to make this planner a reality, so that was really exciting. Right now in this part of the video, I am just working on the blossoms for the cherry tree. I normally just like hate painting little details like flowers on trees or like grass. I don't really understand how people have the patience to just like sit and paint like those little details. I get so tired. I don't want to do it anymore. I like am just like, surely it's fine if I just have lots of just like one massive shape, and like normally I think that can be fine depending on how you execute it, but here I decided it was kind of important for the look of the Animal Crossing tree to kind of have all the different flowers and stuff like that, so I'm working on that. Honestly, it was kind of soothing once I got into it. I did really enjoy working on this piece and the different flowers and stuff like that. I was overall pretty proud of how it turned out and how I kind of handled it in the document. So I'm not saying it, I might change it a little bit before it goes to print, because I'm sure as this goes along I'll kind of get into the groove of these different illustrations and how I want them to look, and so the earlier ones I might be like, oh, that looks kind of funky, but it did make me feel a little better. I'm drawing this at a really large size. I'm drawing this, I think, like an 11 by 17, which definitely really unnecessary. I will not be making an 11 by 17 planner. That would be unusable for a starter. None of those words were what I meant to say. For starters, yes, there we go. But I'm not 100% sure what size I want the planner to be yet, and I know I should really wait until I pick a printer and I've decided on the size, but since a lot of the project I'm still kind of figuring out, like I don't know like how many orders I'm likely to get, how many like what I can reasonably expect and stuff like that, and I'm kind of in the process of moving, and I don't want to be trying to communicate with printers and all of that while I'm working on all that, so I'm kind of just trying to focus on getting all of the elements done in a way that I can resize them easily and edit them, so I can just kind of be able to be ready to go to print when it's time to pick a printer and set up all the documents and stuff like that. So I'll probably work on settling on my exact size and my printer in what is the month after August? It is September. Yes, that is when I will do all of that because I'm moving at the end of August. So I am really excited about that. Oh, this is my favorite part of this illustration. Drawing little toe beans on Kabuki. I almost forgot about it, and then I suddenly remembered. I was like, oh, he's gotta have those little toe beans. So cute. I actually don't know what color they are in the game, but I think the white matches, and I was not gonna go frantically Googling toe beans, Kabuki, please show them to me. I just know that he probably has them. So, and this part, I was drawing his outfit, but I actually had to stop and redraw it because I realized it was laying the opposite way on him, so had to go through and redraw the pattern and the background. That was like it doesn't take very long in this video when it's so sped up, but at the time it felt like it took literally forever, and I was very upset about it. But you know, I made myself do it. Normally I feel like I would just say, you know what, it's fine, let's move on, no one's gonna notice, and that probably is true, but I'm trying to just take more time in my art and paying attention to little details like that, and I think it makes it for a better whole, and I feel more satisfied at the end. So that's something I've really been enjoying and trying to work on in my art. Especially there's not like, I guess I feel like there's a lot of details in this piece, but there's not really, since there's not a ton of elements, but there's things like the petals and the clothes and stuff like that, so it was really fun to work on. It overall, I think it took me probably like 5, I'm not 100% sure because my recording kept cutting out in the middle, and I was like, why is this happening? And then I realized I had a bunch of big videos on my phone that I had not deleted because I'm filming this on my phone. Also, if there's any weird cuts, that's kind of what happened there, is my phone just said no more, and it took me a while to figure out what was going on there. But I want to say it took me like 5 to 6 hours to finish this piece. So I definitely, some of that is just because it's such a large file, so like you have to just kind of do more. It's faster to paint at a smaller size, even digitally speaking, I think. But I think, again, once I figured out my actual dimensions, it'll be faster, and I might even size down from 11 by 17, because that is a little ridiculous. Like, it just really doesn't need to be that big. I don't know, this is a lot of me rambling, but I'm really excited for this project. I really like how this piece turned out. Thank you so much for sticking around to watching it. For sticking around to watch it. I know how to talk. I'm just adding some final details here, like I add some petals in, but then it's like a real struggle, so I just kind of decide I take a break and I end up doing it off camera, and you'll be able to see it in the final illustration here. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this piece. I'm really excited to make more in this series. If you have any thoughts or requests on what you think certain months should be, or what characters you think should be in each month, let me know. I do have an idea of what I want to do for each of the months, but I'm also kind of open for suggestions because I'm still kind of sketching everything out and planning. Let me know if you are interested in this kind of product, and if so, what your kind of thoughts are, like what you're looking for it. Do you want it to be like a soft cover, a hard cover? What size would you prefer it to be? That will be really useful information for me to have as I'm going forward and I'm planning this project. So I look forward to making more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.